Hey everybody, welcome to the Mana League. I'm John as always. It's Tuesday. It's the final night of the Rivals Vixalon League at my local game store. So I made the playoffs and I actually got first overall in the entire league, which means I get to play the 8th place player. Second place plays 7th, third place 6th, fourth place 5th, and the top seeded players do get to play or draw first. I'll be playing first for sure. So the deck hasn't really changed at all. I've got it laid out before me here, and it's still the same deck basically. It's the double Forerunner of the Legion, it's the Legion Lieutenant, it's the Profane Procession. It's really all about that Profane Procession. The only real changes that I've done have been an addition of a Moment of Craving. Most of my potential matchups, because both Edely decks are playing each other, which is fantastic, are going to be relatively low-cost creatures. There's merfolk out there, there are pirates out there, a couple of them, there's another vampires deck, so Moment comes in for sure. The only other big change, which I did last week as well, is the Duskborn Skymarcher, which I traded for. It's a nice little 1-drop, helps me get aggressive, helps me stay in the air. It's just a good card. It's just a fine card. Good's a strong word. It's a fine card. Anyways, my first matchup tonight is going to be against Step, who, as long as he didn't change his deck, is on a blue-red aggro aura pirates plan. It's a scary deck because I can beat the deck, but the deck can beat me, is the best way to put it. If Step just steamrolls, you know, 2-drop, 2-drop, aura, 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 I'm in trouble. You know, I have a couple of cards that will get me out of that. If he stumbles at all, I can kill most of his things without a problem and get ahead really quickly. So it's kind of a toss-up what's going to happen. I hope we can get there. But I do have some sideboard options. I have a Golden Demise, which I'm not going to play main board, but will come in against those low-powered decks. Against the Edely decks, if I have to play them, and I don't believe I will have to play an Edely deck until round 3, the finals, if Dan wins both of his matches. If he does, in comes Legion's Judgment, in comes Skittering Heartstopper. But I don't have to face that deck until the finals, and I may not even have to face it. Actually, no, that's not true. If Jason, who is also playing an Edely deck, upsets Dan and beats him, and stays the lowest seed, assuming I win round 1, I will have to play an Edely deck round 2. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Anyways, yeah, not much else to talk about this deck. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm pretty happy with the way the league went. It really was entirely on the back of Profane Procession. That card got me through this league. Thank you very much, Profane Procession. But yeah, it's a super, super rainy, gross, gray day out, but we're gonna hit the road and we're gonna play some Magic. So round one just finished up. As you guys hopefully saw in the sped up footage, I did take Step Down in 2. Both games I just had all the removal I needed. I had both Vanquish the Weaks in my opening hand in both games, and that was really what helped me out the most. He wasn't able to really establish too much of a board. He did Fiery Cannonade one game, which really hurt my board, but I was able to come back, especially with Profane Procession. Game 2 was a little bit scary. He got me down to 9 pretty quick, but I was able to establish with Forerunners, and my Legion Lieutenant helped keep my vampires alive. And yeah, took him down in 2. Checking out the other games right now, Dan is currently taking down Jason. So it looks like he's going to win, and I hope he does, because then I definitely won't have to play him until the finals, and I won't have to play a dinosaur deck. I'm not sure how everybody else's games are going, but let's see how round 2 goes, see who I'm against, and see if we can get to the finals. So round 2, I was up against Ryan, and he was the only upset victory, I believe. I won, second place Dan won, fourth place Doug won, third place Laura did fall to Ryan. So Ryan was up against me, and he's playing the Black-Red Pirates deck, the one with Angrath, the one that's really scary. But it didn't really work for him. He didn't hit his 1-drops, he didn't hit his 2-drops, so game 1 went relatively quickly, and game 2, I ended up taking him down as he kept a bit of a sketchy hand, keeping nothing but mountains. And so, yeah, going into the finals, probably against Dan, based on what it looks like, which is not what I want to do, but no choice now, so let's try. So there we have it. As you guys just saw, I won the league. I took Doug down in 2. His vampires weren't quite as good as my vampires. He had Profane Procession, but he didn't have that double Forerunner of the Legion. He didn't have the Bishop of the Bloodstained. He didn't quite have the quality of vampires that I did. And took him down in 2. And boy, am I glad I didn't have to play Dan. I didn't have to play any of the Italy decks. The dinosaurs would have stomped me. So I won. This is my 5th league win, I believe, since we started in Journey to Nyx. Yeah, that was the name of that set. So that's like 15 leagues. I've won 5 of them. I've been in the playoffs 15 times. I've never missed the playoffs yet. Someday I'm gonna miss the playoffs, but not this day. I've also been in the finals like 9 or 10 times. That number has definitely lowered as the competition's gotten better and better and better at League. Laura unfortunately did not three-peat. She joined me, I think, as the only person who's won back-to-back leagues, but she fell in the semifinals, so she didn't quite get the historic three-peat yet. So that's going to remain. Maybe I can win next league and the next league, and I could be the three-peater. I doubt it, but we'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this series. I'm definitely going to do it for Dominaria as well. If you have any feedback, stuff you want to see differently for that league video series, let me know in the comments down below. But hope you guys watched it, and hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you all next league.